Hi guys.
G'day guys.
We just wanted to come on and share a bit of our date with you. We've just been at a beautiful spot down near where we live.
Having coffee and lovely muffin.
Coffee, picnic, it was beautiful, and we never used to date like this. Never. So we've been together 18 years, married 7. We forgot how to date. We stopped dating, actually. Pretty much as soon as we had kids. So prior to kids, we dated. That's how we met. That's probably how all you guys met. We spent time together. We did fun things. We went on adventures. And we say this to the couples that we work with. If you do what you did in the beginning of the relationship, your relationship's going to work. If you just start doing the stuff that you did in the beginning and you don't stop doing it,
there won't be an end.
There won't be an end.
Yeah.
So, and we could really see that that's what happened with us. We stopped making time for each other. We were not putting each other first. We were not going on dates. And also when we were going on dates, we were doing it wrong. So we're going to talk a bit about that today. So we used to go on dates, and I hear this from women all the time. Adam would plan something and I wouldn't really know about the details, and that would frustrate me, and I'd end up using the date to complain, whinge, talk about things that were stressing me out. And Adam would just basically be like, why do I even bother organising a date? You might have experienced this, or you might have even seen other people, like they go out on a date and they spend the whole time on their phone, or they are sitting across from each other and they're with each other, but you can kind of feel the rage and the stress and the, like, they're not touching, they're not affectionate. You know, we were just like laying on the picnic rug, just like dreaming together. You know, they're not doing that. And there's no judgment in that, but that's the pattern you fall into if you're not consciously learning how to date in a way that feels good to both of you. So number one, what we had to learn to do is start dreaming about dating again. Like, ask yourself, what would be a fun date? What would be a romantic date? What do you actually want to do together? How do you want to spend your time together? Like, our dates don't look like traditional dates.
No, not at all. We don't go out for dinner because we've got 2 young kids. So
and that's not our favourite way to date. Get creative. Like, our dates are either like at the beach by ourselves with no kids, like it's absolute serenity and peace, or in a beautiful park, or outside in nature, or cacao ceremonies at night, or movie dates where we get all the stuff and we do it, you know, in a way that feels really good, and we don't just like hope that it's going to be good. We bring the energy. We're intentional about it. You know, we're intentional about spending our time together, talking about our dreams, and really giving each other our presence and attention. So the date really ends up filling me up, and it really ends up being a space for Adam to, you know, relax and empty and just really enjoy being in each other's company, which is amazing. So we just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, let us know if you're dating in your relationship, or, you know, have you completely stopped? And what's the impact that it's having on your relationship? I know it was having a really negative impact on our relationship. And it was making it hard to feel connected, to feel supported, to feel loved, you know, because we just weren't making time for each other. And quality time. You know, quality time. It's not like you don't need to do it every day. You just need to do it intentionally. A couple of times a week we date, and they're all different. They always look different. And sometimes we really positive stack our dates. So sometimes if it's at the beach, we'll exercise together as well. So we'll go for a run across the beach, and then we'll get a coffee, and then we'll just sit and relax and enjoy the water, or go for a swim. So, you know, you can make it a really positive experience in lots of ways. You know, for both of you. It can be a win-win-win. So,
and we understand too that it's not easy. Like, if you're both working and you're busy and you've got kids, it's not the easiest thing to accomplish.
But it's not impossible.
No, it's not. It's not. You've really just got to commit to a time, you know, even if it's just a lunch break. Like, where you meet up on a lunch break and you do something really intentional on a lunch break, or you ask your parents to have the kids for an hour or two, and you do something on a Saturday or Sunday. But just finding that time is it just shows that your number one priority is each other. And that's probably the most important part of this, is just committing and showing to each other that you are the most important one in each other's lives.
And relationships are the foundation of your life. So giving to your relationship isn't going to take from the other areas. It's going to fill the other areas up. If you just fill this area up, the other areas will will improve as well. So it's not going to take from your life. I think that's very much an ego mind kind of perception that a lot of people had. And before we did this work, we probably had the same.
Yeah, we did.
And we were making it harder than it needed to be. You're probably making it harder than it needs to be. We were definitely doing that too.
Definitely.
Because you'll realise, especially if you've got kids like we do, it's the simple things. You just need to be able to go for a walk together in peace and like actually hold hands and connect, and not trying to wrangle children. So don't stop making it hard, because it's really not hard. We make it harder than it needs to be. It's just a decision to get intentional about it. I mean, and it's the same, and like schedule it. We schedule it every week. It's in our calendar. Every week it's scheduled. It's just as important, and really in our mind more important than the business meetings that you're having, than like you schedule going to the gym, you schedule meeting up with friends, you schedule going to work and the work meetings. So just schedule your dates. Like, it's exactly the same principle. So stop making it so hard. It's super easy, and you will reap the rewards. I'm telling you. Like it in our relationship, because we're spending more time having these deeper conversations and creating the space for us to really connect, we then actually want to spend more time intimately together, especially as a woman. If you're not having conversations, if you're not communicating, and the communication's not welcome and it's not flowing, and you're not having time together, you don't, especially if you're mum, you don't just want to all of a sudden like throw yourself at your partner. It doesn't just happen like that. The reason why there was more chemistry in the beginning of your relationship is you made time to date, to get to know each other. Yeah. And, for a successful relationship, you need that. It's really important.
Absolutely. So for the guys out there, definitely make the time, because by making that time and booking in that thing in your calendar and taking your woman on a date, you're gonna reap all the benefits and all the rewards, and it's going to flow into all the other areas of your life too. And don't forget too that you're setting a really powerful example for your kids by doing this. You're showing your kids that working on your most important relationship is your number one priority. Yeah, and you're teaching them powerful relationship skills, which will benefit them down the track when they get in relationships.
Yeah, and that was a big why for us as well. Like, we used to use our kids as an excuse, and now they're a reason. Like, this needs to be a strong foundation, not just for us and our own fulfillment of our life, but for them, to give them a positive example of what love can look like, how it can feel.
Because you can tell them about love, you can tell them all the things in the world about love, but what they really learn is they look and model you and how you are in your relationship. So really embody that love and take your partner on a date, and everyone will benefit.
Yeah, 100%. So we are inviting you to go on date. This is your permission to start dating. Share in the comments how you're going to start dating. What do your dates look like? Start a conversation with your partner about let's start dating again. Ignite that energy again, and share it in the comments. We'd love to hear about it.